Hey guys, I'm Desikan, and today's video I'm going to be talking about makeup that performs like high-end makeup, somewhat similar to high-end makeup, or sometimes even better than high-end makeup. Like if you had these products, you'd be like, okay, I don't really need that high-end makeup because it performs very similar to that. Some of these are dupes to high-end makeup, some of them just have really good performance, and most of these are affordable products. Now, affordability is very subjective. I've tried to keep in varying price points. So we have some that are like under $2.99 and some we have in like different price ranges. We will talk about it as and when we proceed with the video, but you can find most of these products on really good discount deals. Always check out for really good discounts and to pick up any product. Not just in this video, I always tell you guys to pick up on really good discount deals. I've made videos about the right kind of sales to pick up products because I want you guys to save your money as much as you can, and you don't really have to be intimidated by looking at the MRP because most of these products do go on really good discounts. So the first product I'm going to be talking about are lipsticks, like a range of lipsticks from one of my favorite brand, Kiro Beauty. This brand is known to give like really good quality products. They have skincare infused makeup, which actually works out that way, their skincare infused makeup, because their makeup products just glide on your skin. Their lip products are amazing. So right now I have some lip products from this brand to talk to you guys about. They have a shade expansion, so a PSA right here is shade expansion to their nutmeg shade. So that is one of their best sellers, and they have expanded that particular shade into 3 different formulas. The first one is the Kiro Non-Stop Airy Matte Liquid Lip, and this one is in the shade Nutmeg Nude. So this is a beautiful shade for a lot of different skin tones. It's a very nice warm toned nude shade, and the formula of this is something that competes with a lot of high-end brands for sure. Actually, like beats a lot of high-end brands. It's super pigmented yet really comfortable. So the formula is something that is not really very liquidy, but it's not too moussey as well, like not too thick. It is a perfect blend of both, so it gives you that pigmentation, longevity, as well as comfort factor, and it lasts on your lips for a really long time. They have really good shade selection in this. I already have this shade Nutmeg Nude, which I purchased with my own money, and the brand did send me another one, which goes right into my giveaway pile right here for you guys to try it out as well. And just love this if you want to try out a really good liquid lipstick formula, because you're tired of liquid lipsticks drying your lips out, sucking out that moisture, making it look dry, flaky, not lasting on you. You should definitely look into this one. The color selection is amazing as well. So this is something I have recommended in the past. I will continue to recommend in the future as well, and this is a product that is here to stay. Amazing. And then the one that I have on my lips right now is their Lush Moist Matte Lipstick, which I have done a complete review video. I will link it right here for you guys to check out the swatches of everything, but the shade that I have right now is Warm Nutmeg, and this is again a very nice creamy matte lipstick, but it doesn't fade away that much. It doesn't like just move around a lot, and I have worn this underneath mask, and I've worn this when I had to have a good meal as well, and it didn't like budge. Right now my lips are super dry, but you can see it's not emphasizing anything. Like my lips are right now flaky as well, and it's not emphasizing anything. It just gives you a really good comfortable finish. Just it feels lightweight on the lips, and this shade is something that again is a very nice warm toned nude shade, which will instantly make you look a little bit more fresh, bright. So if you want to wear it on a daily basis, just make it look like you're ready for summer's beautiful shade. And then we have the Kiro Super Butter Lip Lacquer, which is said to have a blend of 5 different butters in this, and this is what the actual packaging of it looks like. So this is like a beautiful mesh of a lip gloss and a liquid lipstick. So it gives you that pigmentation of a liquid lipstick, but it has a really nice glossy finish on your lips, very nice and juicy looking. It does transfer quite a bit, but it doesn't like fade away completely from your lips, and it doesn't like, it leaves a beautiful stain on your lips, and it's very hydrating because it contains all these 5 butters in it, and a beautiful shade again. So if you wanted to try out a lip gloss but you don't really like it to be very sheer, you wanted a good pigmentation, I think you should definitely try this one out. So you can definitely try out the range you like. I really love the liquid lipstick. I love the Lush Moist Matte Lipstick. This is my everyday lipstick formula, in fact, and the liquid lipstick is something I wear even when I'm filming a video, because it doesn't really like give me that line and doesn't suck out the moisture. So yeah, a range of lip products with really good ingredients, and something that I feel like is quite unique to the Indian market as well. So I have not tried out something that is this comfortable on my lips from any other brand in general. Like there are a lot of different brands I love, but this kind of like, you know, that evenness on your lips without making it look a little bit too dry. So this is a formula that can compete with a lot of different high-end brands for sure, and maybe even stand out on its own. So yeah, definitely do check them out. And let's move on to the next product. And then moving on, let's talk about some primers. I have, of course, the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth Primer. This is one of the best primers I have discovered, and I feel like it just is so hydrating on your skin. It doesn't have any kind of shimmer particles or anything. It just hydrates your skin really well, adds a nice glow to your skin. It's not as pore filling, but they have a pore filling primer if you wanted that, but it's a very hydrating primer, and the makeup just glides on top of it really smooth. It does contain a slight amount of fragrance for anyone wondering. It does contain that. And another product, a primer that is from Inside. This is the Inside Pore Minimizer Primer. I've talked about this quite a few times. Okay, if you want a really good dupe for the Benefit Pore Primer, get this one. This is for 110 rupees, and sometimes you can even find it on discount, and you will not need the Benefit Pore Primer if you have this. It is amazing. It's a nice pore filling primer. So I have normal to dry skin, and it works really well for me. I concentrated just to places where I have slight pore issues, like where it's a little bit more visible. It instantly diminishes the appearance of it. It makes it look a lot more smoother and filled in. And then let's talk about some foundations and BB creams. So the BB cream that I have on my face right now is the Mars BB cream. I have this one in the shade medium and tan. I have to mix both of this because otherwise it's a little bit too light, and you can see how it looks. It looks skin-like. It's like light medium coverage. You can build it up, but I feel like it defeats the purpose of it being a BB cream if you're trying to build it up to medium coverage. I have done that. It has a very nice glowy finish to it, looks like skin, and just look at that. Like, it just makes you look fresh and awake, and something you can use on a regular basis as well. And this is really affordable. You get 30 ml of product and you get 5 shades in this, and I think that's really good for a BB cream, especially compared to all the BB creams available in the Indian market. You can definitely try this one out. And then a couple of foundations, and then foundation, of course, my Miss Claire Everyday Foundation. I feel like this is so good for the price and the way it looks on the skin. You get really good medium coverage, smooth finish, and this would again suit all skin types. So I have seen people with combination skin types, combination oily skin type really like this as well. So I think you can try this out irrespective of your skin type. They have pretty good shade selection. Again, for an affordable brand to come up with so many different shade selection, it is a big thing, and I really like this. It just looks like any other high-end makeup. Like, I bought the Smashbox 24-hour foundation, is that what it's called? The Hydra foundation, and I feel like the Miss Claire one is so much better than that, and it just looks so good. The Smashbox one was just clinging on to my skin very differently. And then something that I discovered recently, like, you can watch that video right here. This one is the Inside HD High Coverage Dewy Finish Foundation. Now this foundation retails for 220 rupees. You get 20 ml of product, and I love the finish of this. This is definitely HD. It has that blurring effect. It looks so smooth on the skin, and it looks like a high-end foundation. Like, if you were to wear this out, and people wouldn't even know what's the price point of this. And I'm so glad that we are at that place in the Indian market where we are getting really good products for an affordable price, and this is a made in India brand and made in India product. So I really like this one, and I got this one in the shade MN30, which is a little bit darker for my skin tone. I can go for a shade lighter. They don't really have a vast selection of shades for me to pick out, and most of it was out of stock. I would like to go a shade lighter definitely, but I like this. So MN30 is described as for light to medium and medium skin with neutral undertone, but it's definitely a little bit darker. Like, I am an NC42 in MAC, and I find it to be a little bit warmer for my skin itself. So just make sure you pick out the right shade, and it does oxidize a little bit, but it just looks so beautiful on the skin. I was impressed. And then for concealer, I have this one. This is a concealer that I have rediscovered and started to fall in love with again. This one is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Multi-Use Concealer. So I have this in 2 other shades as well, and that was not working out for me at all. The shade Medium and Honey. They were like a little bit too light. It was really hard to blend it, but this one in the shade Caramel turns out to be so lightweight on the skin. It blends in a whiff, and it just gives you a very nice light medium coverage. I know for a lot of people this is like a medium coverage and full coverage concealer, but for me I feel like it's light medium. especially underneath my eyes. Around my mouth, I feel like I can like build it up and get a little bit of a medium coverage, but underneath my eyes, it's definitely light medium and it doesn't stay that long. That's the problem for me with most liquid concealers underneath my eyes. Can you see that darkness peek through? Yeah, most of the concealers just fade away. It stays for the rest of, like the other part, it'll just stay, but towards the inner corner of my eye, it'll just fade away. But apart from that, it's a really nice lightweight concealer, especially if you don't really have very dark under eye circles. And yeah, there are people like that. You would really like this one, and this would be like, okay, more than enough for you. But I need something a little bit more coverage underneath my eye, but it just doesn't crease as much, it doesn't cake as much, and it just stays smooth underneath the eyes. And then to set that, I have a powder which I feel like can definitely compete with high-end makeup products. This one is the Inside Banana Loose Powder. This one you get 40 grams of product, and this again is super affordable, and it's not too yellow and it's not too thick. Like when you apply it underneath your eyes, it doesn't cake up and cling on. So it just adds that smoothing effect. It brightens it just the amount you need, and it stays in place. And it's a really nice loose powder, especially if you have normal skin. I think you can of course try this out even if you have oily skin. If you have very dry skin, I think you can still make it work for your under eye area, but just make sure you moisturize it really well and use a good concealer. If you're using a very matte concealer and then you're using a powder and you have dry skin, it'll just look like a mess. But I think it would pretty much work for all skin types. And then what else did I use today? Let's talk about some blush. This one is the Flower Beauty Blush Bomb, and this one is in the shade Bitten. So initially when I got it, I found it to be a little bit too pigmented, but as and when you keep using it, you just start to love it. And it's what I have today as well. It gives you that very nice dewy finish, very skin-like, and I love cream products and I love like liquid blushes and all of that because I feel like they work a lot better on my skin type and for a lot of people as well. So it doesn't cling on to anything, it doesn't cake up, it doesn't look like a mess. And such a nice product. They have quite a few shade selection, but I picked up the shade Bitten because I thought, okay, if it's not going to work as a blush, at least I can use it on my lips, which I do use it on my lips as well, but I prefer it as a blush. You get 9 ml of product and it's a really nice blush. Pick this one up when they have really good discount. Don't pay the full price for this. It's not worth it. Flower Beauty as a brand is very hit or miss for me, and this one is definitely a hit. And then another blush which I absolutely love. This one is the Colorbar Cheek Illusion Blush, and this one is in the shade Sweet Scarlet. I have talked about this quite a few times. It's a beautiful shade of blush and it has a little bit of warmth to it. It has a little bit of like mauve hints to it, slight brown mauve hints to it as well, but on the cheek it looks so good. This formula just glides on my skin and it's really nice. So when I have a really dewy base, I like to use a matte blush because I don't want everything to look a little bit too greasy and oily, so I use a matte blush. And I like it. And suppose if I want like a look like today where I want to keep it a little bit fresh, then I don't go ahead with a matte blush. So yeah, you have the liberty to play around with makeup. It's your makeup. You can play around with it however you like it. And then for highlighter, you guys knew this is gonna be there. This one is the Insight highlighter. This is super affordable and it just looks like a high-end cream highlighter on your skin. Okay, I've never described the undertone of this one. It's like a champagne gold shade. So it glides on your skin and it works really well for my skin tone. I just picked this one up like guessing the shade and it works out really well for me. It doesn't emphasize as much texture. Like if you have a lot of bumps, then it's a cream highlighter. It looks dewy, it will emphasize it. But if it's okay with you, then yeah, okay, why not? Like even I have highlighter right now, it's emphasizing texture, but it's normal. So that's how normal skin looks like. But apart from that, so beautiful, subtle, but dewy, so wet looking. It's really nice. And again, if you had this on your skin, no one's going to know the price of this one. Sometimes, you know, the reason I'm emphasizing on this is some makeup just, even if it's expensive or affordable, it just looks bad on your skin and people mistake it for a very cheap product. You know, yeah, if it happens with high-end makeup as well sometimes. And this will just give you that plush look. And then what I have on my face right now is the Nykaa Strobe and Glow Liquid Highlighter. When I initially bought this, I was not a very big fan of this, okay? I was just like, okay, what is this? Because that time I used to love using these kind of liquid highlighters right before my foundation or mixing it in with my foundation. This one doesn't work for that purpose because it's a little bit more thicker in consistency. Like, I know it's a dropper style applicator, but nothing comes out. Like, look at that, it's very thick. But this would work as a really nice natural looking highlighter. You can wear this without makeup as well, and it'll just give you that very nice glow. It's what I have on my like shoulder as well. It just looks very nice, you guys. I love this. Let me just show you a little more. Applying it. This is how I apply because I don't want my hair to get all messy. And then you can take any brush that you have. Then you can take any brush that you have and just blend. Just apply a little bit here as well, whatever's left over. Look at that. I'm not a very big fan of actually doing this, okay, because I already have a very prominent collarbone that's speaking like this. So just showing you guys in case you wanted to do that. A lot of people like to take it down their décolleté. Oops. Love it. It's so nice and glowy. So they have a couple of different shade options. You can choose one according to your skin type, and I'm hoping and I'm praying that they don't discontinue this. Okay, because sometimes when I just start to love something, I'm like, oh, I discovered this back from my collection, I love this one. Be like, sorry girl, we're discontinuing that. Bye. Be like, oh, I gotta find a dupe for that now. So that's a really nice product. If you're gonna ask me if it's similar to MAC Strobe Cream, I have done that in a video all over, like comparing most of these Strobe Glow liquid products. You can check it out right here. Then another powder highlighter, which I don't reach for as much powder highlighters when I have these kind of cream highlighters, but I still sometimes would want to top it off with a little bit of like powder highlighter, but very subtle. I reach for this one. This is the Mass Wonder highlighter. This one is in the gold variant. The packaging itself is super luxe, which you don't even get with a lot of high-end products, trust me. And this is what the highlighter looks like. It's a very nice subtle gold shade, and it's not too shimmery looking, and it's not like too intense on your skin, so it's very soft. If you are someone who likes powder highlighters, you would definitely like that. And it is very on par with a lot of high-end makeup. And then for contour, I think this is going to be the last video I'm going to be talking about this, and I'm going to give it a break and then I'll come back with it again. This one is the Eyetex Dazzler Foundation Stick. This one is in the shade Contour FS. Now, a lot of people don't really like this as a foundation, because I can understand if you're going to use this all over your face, it might be a little bit too cakey looking and might hold on to your skin weirdly. But if you use this as a contour, it's amazing because you're going to use it just to certain parts of your face. It blends really well. I love the shade on this, and it has that right kind of undertone where it's not too dark. It looks very dark, but on the skin blends out really well. It adds that slight shadow as well without making it look too muddy and grey. I don't like it when it's too grey. It just kind of wrecks the entire makeup look. This one doesn't do that. And the price, oh my god, the price. And also we have the Insight HD concealer. This one is in the shade Toffee. Yeah, I've misplaced the cap. I've put the other cap. I think this one is in the shade Toffee, and this one retails for 180 rupees. A really nice affordable cream contour, which I demoed in my Insight One Brand Makeup video right here. So I have one eyeshadow palette which I was skeptical to include it in today's video because, again, the price point, it's varying. Okay, each time I see it, it's different. Certain people sell it for 1,000 rupees, some people sell it for 1,500 rupees, and sometimes maybe even cheaper. But I'm just going to include it in today's video. I'm not calling this affordable. Okay, it's not affordable for anybody, but I'm just letting you guys know just one time. This Ucanbe Spotlight palette. Every single time someone asks me for a really nice affordable palette, that is a little bit colorful and you get different shades, I want to recommend this. This one is the, like I mentioned, Spotlight palette. Should I be like a broken record? And this is the shade selection you get. Trust me, it's very hard to get these kind of like dark blue and this kind of a teal shade, dark green shade and everything to work and blend on your eye. And even if you're no expert in eye makeup, and even if you're like not able to get a good blend, this will still give you that ease to blend it, and you don't really have to be an expert to work around with these colors. It's very beginner friendly, very pigmented, and yeah, these palettes I feel like are a good substitute for the Morphe eyeshadow palettes, which are really expensive. So you can pick this one up, and the packaging and everything is really nice. All of this is manufactured in China, just like how your Morphe palettes are manufactured in China. So it could be the same facility or someone, I don't know where it's manufactured, but yeah, it works really well. Tried it out so many times, and it did come with an outer sleeve as well, which had all of the ingredients mentioned. So it's nothing that you don't usually find in other eyeshadow palettes. So this you can try only if you want to, okay? But I like it. I reach out for it so many times to get ready, because when I want to do colorful looks, I feel like I get it with this palette. Everything is there in this, and I want to check out more palettes from this particular brand, because I want something that's a little bit more neutral as well, which I can recommend for like day-to-day usage or certain occasions and everything. And then we have a mascara. This you guys know, right? By now you know the Fabulash mascara is amazing. It has good length, good volume, and if you want to skip false lashes, you can do it with this one. Doesn't burn, doesn't stink, and stays in place. And I have worn it like for certain occasions as well, and it's not budged, not moved. Nothing of that sort. And something else that is quite a recent discovery, and I have been loving it, it's what I have on my eyes right now, is the Colorbar Lash Illusion Mascara Duo. So it has a volumizing mascara on one hand and the lengthening one. I love the lengthening side because it actually does lengthen your lashes. The volumizing one is not as volumizing as the Fabulash mascara, but maybe I'll mix both of that, or it's okay, it's still good. Like you can see, I don't have any false lashes and I really like it. So this is a good product, and you can definitely do check this out if you're not comfortable with the mass. Oh my god, the amount of like things I blurt sometimes. Mass. If you're not comfortable with the mass mascara, definitely look into this one. And then coming to a makeup fixer, which I feel like I have mentioned in quite a few videos. If you have this one, you don't really need any other makeup fixing spray for a while. You get 120 ml of product. Yes, this is not super affordable, but you can find it on like 10% sometimes or 15% sometimes, and that's the maximum discount you get. I think 10% is the maximum, and this is for 925 rupees, which I know it is not affordable as such, but you get quite a good quantity. And if you had to like buy tiny makeup fixers for like 200, 300 and run out of it really fast, you can instead invest in this one. You get 120 ml, so it is good value for money product. It sets your makeup in place so well, and the spray on it is really good. It wouldn't like spit the product out like no, smooth. It's a smooth spray. Okay, I spoke quite a bit about it. Like look at that, smooth. You can't see this kind of a nozzle in any other spray, trust me. And sometimes the nozzle is the most important part. It's not about the makeup fixing mist, it is about the nozzle and the way it's going to split out the product, and this is so good. So yeah, those were pretty much all the products I wanted to talk to you guys about. I know I have missed out on a couple of it maybe, but I didn't want to include something just because I want to include it in a certain category. I just wanted to talk about products that I genuinely feel are really good quality and easily surpass high-end makeup, or like at least stand right next to it and on the scale, and they are like competing and they give a good competition to the high-end makeup. Those are the products I wanted to include in today's video. Let me know what you think about these products, and I will leave all the links in the description box below for you guys to check out. So do check them out, and also let me know what are your favorite makeup products that you feel very comparable to high-end makeup. Like if you have a high-end makeup in your collection, you feel like, okay, this is like a quiet dupe, or okay, this is like even better than that, let me know about those products in the comments down below. And while you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. And I see you guys in my next one. Bye.
Listen to me as I